Hello everyone, welcome back to GR Live, and today we're going to be playing what I think could be the biggest game potentially that we will see for the first half of this year, in terms of the amount of conversation this game has brought up, the amount of interest this game has. I'm talking of course about Crimson Desert, a game that is hotly debated right now. It's just released, and I think we're just going to get started. I'm a bit of the way in. I've been playing this game to do some early game guides. I've not been reviewing it. However, I do think I have a pretty strong impression of what the game does well, what the game doesn't do well, and I have to say I think that it has created some of the most interesting gaming discourse I've seen in potentially a couple of years, or at the very least in a year. There's some people who find this game absolutely incredible. There's some people who find this game a bit lackluster. There's some people who find it everything in the middle, and I think they're all valid. And I think it's always nice that we get to see genuinely, 30 different takes on this game. The only ones I don't agree with, because of my bias, are that this game is hated by journalists for being too difficult, or something like that. Oh, okay. I need to actually load the game that I'm loading, because I've done this mission. And I was save/load game. Where's the latest one? 2256 on 3rd of the 11th. Let's go to that one. Although I'm pretty sure we've done Bounty Quest. Anyway, let's load that one in. Yeah, I think that this is a very interesting game in the conversation that it's created. Maybe more so than the actual game itself. Yeah, here we go, this is where I was at. Sweet. Large bag. So I was playing as the secondary character because I thought it was fun to do that. But we'll swap back to Cliff. But by the way, just to raise, I think the inventory system in this game is still a bit odd. But to raise a point, there was, when you started out, 20 slots, which meant that there was about up to here, I think, when you started the game. So the game's changed loads in the pre-release versions. Who's this guy? Hello. Thank you. Thank you, crow of mine. Cool. To the location the crow is guiding us. But I think this game is genuinely one of the most beautiful games I've ever seen. And I find that when people are going, oh, the graphics are bad, the graphics aren't as good, I think the game might not be optimized for console, but are you seeing the same game that I'm seeing, bro? Are you genuinely looking at this game and going, yeah, this doesn't look great? I don't know. Then again, I've not played it on a base PS5, so I don't know. But really, just walking around this game and seeing all of the world around you is quite incredible. It's very much, I don't know, I would compare it somewhat similarly to something like an Assassin's Creed, or it's a single player game, in a way Borderlands, in that it's a single player game where you can kind of shut your brain off a bit and just play. Apart from when you have to fight the bosses, because they are tough. Yeah, you unlock this girl pretty early on, to be honest. But I thought she was like a grey main, but you just get to play as her. There's no sort of like actual in-world thing that tells you what's going on there, which is a bit odd. I've also seen a lot of comparisons between this game and like Elden Ring / Breath of the Wild. I don't think those are fair comparisons. I also agree that Elden Ring, like From Software, could tell their stories better in the fact that they have to have a man called VatiVidya who basically assembles their lore for them and then does the task of, I don't know why I've not seen my horse this whole time. Hello? Where is my horse? There it is. You know, I don't think that's a strong point of the games. Like, it's why Sekiro is my favourite From Software game, because it's the one that actually tells a consistent story the whole way through. But it's hard to do that when you've got to create a character. But then again, I think that the lore itself is like interesting enough and certainly unique enough in games like Elden Ring or Dark Souls or Bloodborne, where you go, okay, I understand what I'm like luxuriating in the world and the vibe of the world. I don't think I'm going to do this. Problem with the mount button is the jump button. Yeah, that's something that I raised immediately as soon as I saw this game for the first time. Is I was like, it's kind of weird that this game has so many buttons on it. In a way. What is going on over here? Hello.
Oh, today was a right bastard, but tomorrow's another day.
A quiet day is something to be thankful for.
One of you guys says today was a bastard, the other one says the other day was fine, mate. Right, so it wants me to go down 20 meters. Is there like a hole I can jump in? This is a different like variety. Do you reckon it's like... Yeah, like, look at that, man. And tell me that that's not an incredibly gorgeous, like, world. Like, it might be the case, like, some people have, I've noticed some people, like, looking at it really close up and being like, ooh, it's disgusting when you look at it close up. I just don't do that, you know what I mean? Like, if I know a game's trying to be pretty in detail, I don't need to then go and look at it really close up. Yeah, I definitely don't. I definitely need to go down to the bottom there. I'm hoping that Damian can actually play this, because otherwise I'm going to have to bring the Swift over. All the way over here. It's going to be down here though, right? Is it down here, do you think? Oof, that hurt. That really hurt. Yeah, there we go. Crimson Patch for the fly. There's a witch.
If you believe every strange matter to be magic, it makes life simpler. If you believe every strange matter to be magic, you should know I can't read your mind. You should know I can't read your mind. You should know I can't read your mind.
Oh damn.
You should know I can't read your... May fortune
Alright, look,
guide your
I
path.
understand you cannot read my mind. Shall we... There's a scroll here. 2 Palmar pills. Oh, we can make Palmar pills now. Medicinal herb times 15 and water times 2. Alright. Oh, so if I press A on clip, I can and summon him to that location. Otherwise, I'm going to go wherever he is, which I believe is over at the camp. No, he's by a river. Let's go do the main quest with Cliff then. Because that requires us to... Huh? I don't remember picking up these requests. Tin at Hernan's tailor shop appears to be in trouble. Oh, I must have picked this up for Damienus, or Damien. Young Monk's request. I'm just going to go do the main quest. I hope you guys don't mind the fact that I'm not doing loads of other side stuff. How's it in disguise? Nice that there's a teleporter in the town. Oh, and they just automatically locked on at the Greymanes camp.
Good fortunes.
That's fun.
Are you fucking blind?
That's quite funny. Simple poster, simple poster. Simple posters. So yeah, my map is like always a bit orange because of the fact that I've got a bounty that I don't know how to pay. But I didn't really care to pay it because this game is quite stingy with money. How much money do I have? See, I've only got 29, and you need 10, I think, to even buy the disguise that you need for this mission.
Yeah.
As I say, like, it is just such a switch your brain off, look at the pretty colours type of game. Like, you don't need to interact with it at all. There's some things that will frustrate you throughout your time playing Crimson Desert. Don't get me wrong, there's definitely things that will frustrate you. But when it works really well. And as I say, it's just such a good, like, it's a good time sink, it's a good, like, everything else. For me, obviously the story being really, like, as a story gamer that I love to be, it not being a very story intensive game isn't my favourite thing in the world.
Don't judge a stone by its surface.
Street vendor. You sell that because we got her. Missing cows, we've done that quest. It was a main quest. Missing Woolly, Stringers from the cave. Again, we've done all these. Horn Thief, we've done all that. We killed the horn guy. Renee's poster, we've done Renee's quest. We've done Annabelle's quest. Do we want to sell anything else? Don't know.
I know good stuff. I'll be here if you ever need a lucky charm. A mere pebble remembers the ages it's seen.
How many arrows do I have? Learning bread. Perfect. Learning beer. Eat grilled fish. Maybe we should buy some grilled fish.
Why don't you pick out some more? More polish. I bet it won't be long before I see you again.
Just in case we get into a fight that we want to... Because I think this game, right, it's like food, so food-centric. Which is something that someone else raised. Like, if you go into a boss fight and you're not prepared, you can't really, like, get out of it that easily. this bad boys here. Sealed Abyss artifact. Like, it's the level of detail of like that animation and stuff. The animations especially. Decent copper pouch, don't mind if I do. So this is something as well where it's like, opening a copper pouch should not, it should just give you the coins, you know what I mean? But then again, I loved some of the immersion that was a bit like that in Red Dead Redemption 2, so how can I actually critique it without sounding like a hypocrite, you know?
Hiya.
But I definitely think that something this game does really well is create conversation. It makes you want to talk about it.
Stop right there. This place is off limits.
But just like, look at that, man. It's like an E3 demo all the time, of a game that actually lives up to it as well. At least, like, as I say, at least
Get
that's
lost.
mine.
You want to get inside, don't you? You seem reasonable. How about we make a deal? There is a quick and simple way to get in. Well, show me a bit of goodwill, and maybe I'll tell you. Think it over. Here, put this on, and you can come and go as you please. Keep your head down, and you won't get caught. But if you do, best forget you ever met me.
Totally unassuming priest. Hey, Muswinu, not bad. How are you doing? How are you doing? I'll figure out what the thing is that it wants me to take from here. You're just working the day away. Working hard or hardly working, am I right? Hopefully it's not too bad for you on a Friday. On Crimson Day's launch day, Crimson Desert's launch day, you know? You picking up the game for yourself? Super excited. I think, as I say, I don't want anyone to feel like the hype is dim for them. This game has created a load of discourse, and it's like, some people are defending it too much, some people are criticising it in bad faith. I think this game has a massive audience. It's already sold 2 million copies,
Yes, mate.
you know what I mean?
What?
I wouldn't even say they're mixed. Most of the reviews I've seen are positive.
Peace glitters like glass.
It's just
and
about,
shatters
like,
just as easily.
what the game stands out for with you. 2 million already, yeah, I know. I thought it would get 1 million by the weekend. I would be shocked if it didn't though, to be fair, because it had 3 million wish lists, you know, and like 500,000 pre-orders. Indigo bottle, that's new.
A fine bright day.
Indeed, sir. That's not, yeah. Well, I mean, people really wanted this game. They really wanted an open world like thing that felt, you know, because a lot of these types of games are already attached to like big franchises, and even though this one is attached to an IP that exists with the Black Desert Online connection. Right, where's the grey mane around here?
Have a good day.
What you told me?
Yes, the hidden sin is a slow poison.
That's
It
what
will
I
rot you
do
from
know.
within if left to fester.
Let go!
Oh. I heard someone protesting. Just they're being taken away.
Let go!
Who said let go twice there? Damn. Yeah, game's super cool. I think that like there's certainly things about it. There's also things that I don't looked a bit
You
of
want some?
IGN's review and I think they're biased. I mean, the thing with a lot of publication reviews that I think people really need to take into
Charmed,
account
I'm sure.
is
Circumstances change. That is
that
the
like
nature
it's
of
a
war.
different person writing the review. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people like to compare, oh, IGN or PC Gamer they gave, or even us, they give this game an 8, but this game a 5. What the hell are they thinking? And it's like it probably was a different writer. If it wasn't, then fair play. But like IGN
I hear
won't
some
go back
folk
and
fry
say,
their meat
well,
in
we
oil.
gave this game an 8. You can't give this
cooked, isn't
game
it?
a 5. You know what I mean?
Foreign
Like we
cuisine
go
will
for
never
it's
cease
all
to
opinion
amaze me.
based and it's also all on different writers. So there's those factors. I don't know what IGN gave it. Did they give it like a 6 or something?
How could a creature's eyes be half its
I know that Eurogamer gave it a 6. Somebody we gave it an 8, which I think is a pretty good score because I think that there's stuff that the game does really well. There's some stuff that it doesn't do as well, but overall, I would say the game is like a really big, bold, ambitious project that like deserves your faith in it more than it doesn't. As it goes on, it can become more frustrating, but then again, if someone likes it for the first 10 hours, I think they'll probably like it for the first 100. Where the hell is this Greymane? Is the Greymane at House of Healing? I'm trying to find him. He must be at the back here, where this thing is. Hello? Is there a person of
Well met.
interest?
Me just follow orders.
What a blessed day. The righteous will find the light as the stars guide the traveler through the dark. My favorite passage from Solomon's book.
Okay,
Move along.
okay.
Rushing will not save your soul any faster.
Oh, I've got a key. Why can't I steal stuff? Oh, because I'm not wearing my bandit mask. Did I sell my bandit mask? I think I did, stupidly, because again, the game was at a point where you needed so much inventory space. The combat, there's a big difference between the boss combat and the normal guys combat. So when you're fighting normal guys, you are safe to spam
What have
R1
you to
until
say?
the cows come home, and you will probably be fine with the occasional dodge here and there. Without R1, you are, with boss fights, you have to be a lot more tactical, but there's also usually a trick or two with the bosses that lets you deal with them. I have no idea where this Greymane is. I might have to Google it. Because we're nearly halfway through the stream, and all I've done is go to one place. But surely, if he's at the House of Healing, he's got to be here somewhere, right?
Greetings.
What?
Alright, yeah, let me Google this. The combat though otherwise feels pretty solid. Like it doesn't feel like, I would say there's too many buttons. Just in general for the game. House of Healing, Greymane. Oh, Polygon's already got a guide up. Congratulations, Polygon. Oh my god, I've literally just missed it then. Every time. Oh! Did not mean to do that. Yeah, combat, as you just saw there, the button pressing is a bit odd. I think I just shot a poison arrow there. Yui! Can't open it that way. Yeah, I'm hoping that I don't actually have to do any criminal stuff now, because as I say, I don't have a bandit mask anymore. I can't remember who I sold it to as well. So I am scuppered.
People like you.
Pre-order the deluxe edition, should be getting a copy on Monday. Nice! Weird that it's a pre-order, but it didn't arrive like at the time of release. Do you know what I mean?
Greetings to you, kind stranger.
Get out of the way, woman!
Oi!
Out of the
You
way.
want some?
Because I know that some people got their physical copies like early. I guess it just depends on where you're based, maybe, or something. I don't know. She doesn't want me to walk through the... She's blocking me, bro. Alright, so I go through here. Go through here.
I'm too much a lady to say what I think.
It said a cutscene should play. Where I find Cliff's old companion. Oh yes, right here.
You fucker!
Yeah, so that was, I must have been walking under here. The graphics do look amazing, that's what I'm saying. Some people are like, the graphics are bad. What platform are you getting it on? Because it's on PC at 1440p.
Help him! He's about to be
Ultra.
cleansed!
But like, it
I'll take
runs,
care of it.
I've got a
You get
4070 Super. Not the latest card, not the greatest card. This game looks and runs like I've got a 5090 or something.
You for cleansing.
Oh, yeah.
Cleanse my arsehole!
Jan,
Cliff! You're alive! It's been ages!
what are you doing here?
Shit! I'd be a corpse if it weren't for you. Got what's coming to them. Fuckers! Everyone here's lost their damn minds. Come on, I'll show you what those sick cunts are up to.
Whoa, yeah, the language is like, it's really, it's, you know, it's quite dark fantasy Game of Thrones style. Where the hell did Jan just go?
The cunts running this place are the mental ones. They're locking folks up and scrambling their brains like eggs.
How?
They stuff some strange iron helmet on your head to do it.
And then?
Everyone's getting beaten up now.
And then it makes a man pliant as a limp cock.
Whoa. I'll go knocking everyone out. Oh my gosh. I guess I gotta go near Jan then. Yeah.
Help me! Why? You should be thanking me! I'll be cleansing all those evil thoughts! Oh, you fucker! Live an honest life, cunt knuckle!
And again.
Thank you. I shall live honorably.
Well, that's sorted.
Whoa, what a
Turns out to be
drippy
for a
fit,
reason.
bro.
Suppose we can safely fuck off now.
Jan, what the hell's going on?
So why did I have to pay 10 silver?
You mean
for
me
this?
with
I
these
thought there might be like
cunt
3 or 4 missions in
I'll
here,
tell you
like
while we
figuring
ride.
it out, but no,
Hop
you
on.
just find the guy. To be fair, it took us the length of 3 or 4 missions to find this guy. Come on, Jan. Any day now, mate. The Piwil Wagon. Piwil.
I thought my time was up when those bears tossed me off.
Yeah,
that
I wish
cliff.
I had his outfit instead of my silly
Turns
priest
out
one.
my clock's still got a few ticks left. I just wandered aimlessly.
Yeah, like
after
look
that.
at this, man. Look
Trying to
at
find any of us
this.
still alive.
Like, look at the landscape and stuff. I think
How
the
the
screen's a
hell
little
did you
bit
get
choppy on it,
yourself
but this
locked up
frame
here?
rate on my PC is smooth as.
Ugh. Well, it started, as worthwhile tales often do, in a tavern. Yeah, I was just having a drink. I heard some bastards at the next table over flapping their gums about the Greymanes getting crushed by the Black Bears. Well, of course, couldn't let that stand. Had to teach them a proper lesson.
Yeah, I mean the Red Dead comparison are quite clear with a wagon riding the horses
Oh, that there was so
and in a
fucking
wide open
many of them.
space.
Bastards just overwhelmed me. Dragged me off.
Visually, yes, this game is gorgeous. As I
Once
say,
got in, I realised the place was crawling with
it's been quite
fucking
a
lunatics.
fun little mission to find Jan. I
Strange
will say,
helmets,
the story
cleansing.
is very, very, very
Oh,
bare
that
bones.
helmet. It's
If
a
you're
Delician
looking for like
invention.
Red Dead Redemption 2 quality, you won't find
I've
it
seen
here.
men go mad as soon as they put it on.
But
No,
if you want the gameplay, if you want the world, the world isn't as interactive as something like a Bethesda or a Rockstar
That's
game
the
like
inventor
that.
about
You
it.
know, like
He's
it is
some
interactive.
genius,
There's loads of stuff to
man.
find. I'm not liking the story. It's my least favourite part of the game, and I'm a very
by
big
the way,
story gamer.
where the hell have you
So
been this time?
when I see a game like this,
Here and there.
and like the main
There is a
character
new camp in
is
our land.
I would have
It's you,
preferred
Cap.
him as a silent
How'd you
protagonist,
pull that one
really,
off?
because I think
Hey,
that
you
would
do
have added
know a
more
temple just on the
personality than
streets,
his
a far cry
complete.
from a
Like
camp,
the
don't
voice
you?
actor's trying his best, but my God,
How about
he
Howling Hell?
makes no sense.
gift from
He
Marquis
drifts from one
Circus.
story to another. If you think about Arthur Morgan,
Marquis of Hernand.
is a
You
great
didn't waste
example of
any
one of like
time
gaming's
making
best
friends.
protagonists. Arthur has a mission and a family immediately, and he says these things. There's nothing wrong with him saying, "I've got a family, dude," you know, and he like he says all of these things
Yes.
like, "Being in this gang ain't nothing better," and you believe that, and you know that, and therefore you know what his attachments are as a character and what
I
he's
knew
attached
they
to.
wouldn't have died
I
so
know
easily.
Cliff likes the Greymanes, but he
I
never
bet
seems
Marius
to
is still
care. They just
bitching,
land in his
and what's he
lap.
still bending over backwards for him?
Like, there's
You
someone
heard
else who's
about
like,
any
"Oh,
of the
Cliff,
others?
I heard about some Greymanes nearby," and he's like, "Oh, I
I
guess
did
I'll
pick
go
up a
check
few
it out."
scraps of
But
gossip
he
at the
doesn't even
tavern.
say that. It's not even like he's reluctant.
it's all off
There's no
space.
personality
Nothing
traits
that
that
stay
can
my life.
really give this guy apart from good fighter and gruff. But even then,
Right.
it's like, is he the
Those
leader? Is he a
lunatics should be
natural
off our
born
asses
like
by now.
person that would pull these guys together? Are they glad to see him? Why are they glad to see him? Is there
Just
anything that
smell
tells
this
me that
fresh
these are
air.
people rather than
Can't believe I'm finally
excuses for the
free
game
of
to take
that
place?
madhouse.
And I think that we're at an age now with games where you can ask for that, and you should ask for that in your gaming experiences. You shouldn't just be like, "Oh, I guess, you know, who cares about the story and about the
You go on ahead.
main
I've got some
character and the
business to
world
take
and
care
stuff like
of.
that." And people make, I was talking about this before, people
You're
make
not
comparisons to
coming
like
with me.
Elden Ring and Breath of the Wild, especially.
Ah, I've still got a good bit of drinking
Breath
to
of the
catch
Wild,
up on.
both of those games, I would also argue,
Think of all them
could
kegs that
have
went
done with a more
undrunk when I
direct
was locked
story.
up.
However, both of those games do an incredible job at letting you know
Alright.
that the world
Just
is
stay out of
telling a
trouble.
story more so than you're being told the story. Complete the activation of the camp at Howling Hill. Speak with Marius. Redmond Valley has been blockaded by Reed's Devil. So yeah, because they do
Sea
things
or
that let
river,
you know that.
my rods will land you anything.
For example, like Elden Ring, right from the first cutscene, "Arise, ye tarnished," you know? It tells you all about the world, all about those things. There's loads of characters that just pour the world into your brain because you're a silent, creatable protagonist. You cannot have that much of an impact on the world because your character isn't meant to. You know, that's the whole point of the story, is they're meant to be a lowly tarnished. They're meant to be literally, you know, incapable of... I'm going to keep the hat on because it's funny. Just a little winter bonnet. You know, Breath of the Wild, Link is a silent protagonist. The world kind of has to happen around him. And again, it's called The Legend of Zelda, mate, you know? Tears of the Kingdom improves this massively. Massively improves this in terms of the storytelling. So when people are like, "Oh, but you didn't complain about it with Breath of the Wild or Elden Ring," one, personally I would have complained about it, because I did complain about it, because the reason I find Sekiro to be From Software's best game is the fact that they did a incredibly good job on the story of that game. Well, get another view botting account. No thank you, sir. I'm not going to view bot. I'll be very happy with mine. To be fair, we've got 4 people. That's a nice amount. But yeah, I could chat for all day about this stuff. and I think it's an unfair comparison to make because there was things in the stories of both of those games that would interest you, like characters who were like in Elden Ring entirely unique. I wonder could they do something similar? Let me have a look. Wow, that's sad for such a beautiful game. The story is just not there. I wonder could they do something like what they did with Cyberpunk and patched it to where it's now a very good game. It's hard to do that with the story. It's really hard to do that with the story. They could do it with DLCs, I think. The problem is mainly, I think, with Cliff as a driving factor. Because a lot of games do stories like this. Like, as I said, Assassin's Creed is quite similar to this in the way that it does stories and the way that it does its storytelling. You know, you go from one place, you do one thing, you go to the other place, you do another thing. That's fine. That is entirely fine to do that.
Don't worry so much, Marius.
You know, it's not necessarily great,
If it's
but
those two, they'll be fine.
yeah,
Perhaps,
it's
but
hard to
still.
do, and I think they could do it with a DLC. I would say. I
Marius.
think they could do like a complete like Cliff backstory or something
There's
like
no
that,
need
and
to
do
stress.
and make
Come
and
on.
recontextualize
Our
a lot of
comrades
stuff.
are
Kind of
finding
like how
their way
Red Dead
back.
2 recontextualizes all of Red Dead
overthinking
1.
it.
Off now.
Which
Rest
is a
up.
prequel, but
Chin up, Marius. Chin up.
yeah, a
Hey,
lot
lad.
of this stuff is
Let's
just
go.
Call on
generic
us if you need
fantasy
anything.
dialogue,
All right.
trying to make something
All
come
right.
to life, and you feel like the world is lived in. There's clearly ideas here, but there's not a real exploration of them.
Marius.
Cliff,
What is it?
As I say, like Cliff.
I've had
I
no
don't think
word
they
from
do that
Nara
so
or
much.
Andrew.
Let's see. Yeah.
Count Grace's estate isn't that far from here.
But yeah, they just mention stuff and bring it up, and it's like, why does this
Still
matter to me?
nothing.
What
not
do I know about Hanan? Why does it matter to me? Stuff is dropped and picked
I
up
don't
so
doubt
quickly
their
that you
skill,
never get
but
any
I
emotional
can't
weight to
shake
it.
this feeling.
Doesn't help that
I'll
Cliff is
look
the
into
most generic
But
man
I'm sure they're
I
fine.
have
Hearing
ever
you
seen
just say it
as a
almost
video game
makes me
protagonist.
believe it.
Oh, let's talk this out. Shut up in Walk Street. Wow! So this is our new home.
Dwayne!
Marius! Oh, black bear fucks do that, huh? Eh?
Who have you got there?
Maybe
Oh,
it would have been
now
nice
they're
for
looting
it to
a
adopt a
farmhouse
Red Dead
somewhere.
Redemption 2 style where, because the game
Seems he was
starts, this
hunting
isn't a
us.
spoiler, the
I
game
just
starts
stopped
with
him
an attack
first.
on the camp of the
Get
Greylands,
these
right? That's
fucking
the whole
ropes off me.
setup
I'd
for
kill
the
him if he
game.
wasn't worth some coin.
And instead, I think you could have
Collect
had
his bounty and
the
buy
camp
us
is
all
together
a
for the
real
first
nice
5 hours. And so you get to know everyone and you get to
Where
like
did you
everyone,
find
and
us?
then when they come back in
Oh,
this way, you're
by
not
the
like,
smell.
I didn't even know this guy was a character.
Come on,
You're like,
we're
I like
finally
this
reunited.
guy, right? Like, he's like, we're finally reunited. And I'm like, who cares, man? You know? I've got this guy on the floor.
make a trophy with your heat.
It's quite funny that he's just there. Let's carry on with the main quest. Let's carry on just doing stuff. Because it feels like I'm doing side quests when I'm doing the main quest of this game, which is not what you want to feel like. The Witcher 3 does the opposite, where The Witcher 3 makes side quests feel like the main quest.
Yeah.
Like all that stuff with Trish, for example. You don't have to do it. Triss, sorry. Triss Marigold. You don't have to do any of that. But you do it because you want to help her out.
Hiya! Yeah.
The horse controls are a bit janky as well, I will say that. It's not really like The Witcher or in Red Dead where the horse will just ride on the road for you if you press a certain button. Or even like Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 does that. Whoa! I did not know you could do an Acura slide with the horse. That is sick. Nor did I know you could do... Oh my god. Nor did I know you could do that with off the horse. But that's the thing, is that like, with everything in this game there's a counterbalance, right? So the game may look beautiful, but the story doesn't help. The game might have like janky controls at times, but there's so many cool things that you can do that you feel like the control system being a bit lackluster is worth it, right? It's all these counterbalances playing off one another that makes you appreciate what everything that's gone into it. Even if I can never call a game like this bad. Like, people who've given this game 5s and 4s, I think they're not being earnest in their criticism. And I think they should look at games that they would otherwise, because this game wants to be an epic open world action adventure game. It succeeds at that, so it can't, to me at least, get any worse than like a 6. Really, if you hated it. So is there a day 1 patch? I thought... Yeah, there was a day 1 patch. It was pretty big. What the hell? Yeah, the day 1 patch did loads of stuff. So it did things like bring the... There's now a teleporter at the camp. So I'll show you the combat here actually. It's a good showcase for it. Very flashy. Very flashy. But yeah, as I said, if you're fighting normal enemies, you really can just monster them. It's like parries, dodges, a few hits. This is a sword I got from the end of the chapter 2 boss. Just those little blasts of energy.
Oh, don't be too boring when you die.
Oh nice, we've got a mask, so now we can... Damage ring, poison arrows, all good stuff, but yeah. So I just thought that's a little showcase. But the day 1 patch, yeah, it added stuff like...
I can't thank you enough.
Open up all of the copper pouches I just got. See how quickly this inventory gets full though. Just from moving a few bandits. Huge souls being found, I think I was in the top 5. Purchased Night Rain, I wasn't found, I don't know why. Probably because I would say, ooh, something up the nature's grass. You see stuff like that. You can just do stuff like that, and you're like, what? When did I know I could do stuff like that? Just can't. It depends with Night Rain, because I feel like I played Night Rain and I beat all the bosses, and I never played the DLCs or anything like that. And I was like, yeah, I'm kind of done, you know? But I think you can just beat it, and I don't know if you, like... But also, it shortens down the Elden Ring experience to such a degree that it's not really the Elden Ring experience anymore, it's just like a boss rush mode. And so, if you've got, like, mates to play with, and you want to give that a go, then DLC is worth it. Then Night Rain's worth it, sorry. But this is a different kettle of fish, I think. A raspberry. Let's see what that thing is behind it. Yes, we can. Yeah, it is basically a boss rush mode. Like, fun to play for like a few hours with friends, but if you're like trying to grind it, the fact that as well like the single player experience is so messed up. Oh, you know this has got to be some sort of like side quest or something, yeah. Guy with a broken down balloon. Oh, more broken down balloons. Or are they just in resting?
Yeah.
Do you see what, like, as well, the crime system's weird. You get done for vandalism, but like, it's very hard not to just ride through those fences. Oh my god. People have been killed. One guy instantly dead. Yeah, I can't remember what, oh, day 1 patch, yeah, it added teleporters, it added massive inventory upgrades, it added a storage, I think, or they're adding storage. Oh my god. reminded the fact that it's a bit like Assassin's Creed or something, because it's, you know, mash, 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 kill, 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 this, that and the other. Cloth piece, cloth piece. I don't care about cloth pieces. Ooh, light copper pouch, I'll take. Money! Back at axe. Then I have to go to my inventory, take out the copper pouch, use the copper pouch, and get all for 7 whole copper, bro. And coppers are like, you know, the worst for any survivors. I don't know what
No one
these...
made it out alive.
Well, we don't know that for sure yet, Cliff. Let's keep exploring. I love the nonchalant kicks. I think people would have. Oh, thank you for joining in. I do these about once a week because we are obviously like Game Reactor is like a games journalism like outlet. So we do like this is just sort of a bonus of my job of like writing about games. Is that I
Better
get
check
to,
upstairs.
to play them at the same time. So we play something new every week, and we just check it out for an hour. Usually like the biggest release of a week. See what's up with it. But I'm always happy to talk about games and stuff. And you can let me know how your Crimson Desert thing's going. Oh, I'm gonna have to steal this. Let me put my mask on. No, I've equipped one again. Because it allows you to do criminal activity. Oh, it's just jewelry storage, bro. Oh, come on, man. I thought I'd actually be able to like go in there and steal out of it. Next big game I'm looking forward to playing. Darwin's Paradox. Hands down, Darwin's Paradox. If you don't know what that is, look it up. It is a like platform adventure game where you get to play as an octopus. And it is super fun. It looks super fun. I played the demo, it's super cool. And it's also a game that's going to take like a few hours to beat. Yippee! I love those games. Who has returned? Evil?
Luckily, the Count and the Greybane's got away.
Thank
Do
goodness
you know
for
where
that.
they went?
Oh, over there, through the window. You have
Through the
to
window?
hurry, before it's too late.
Which? Oh, through that window. I was going to say, there's no open windows, bro, and none of them are broken. What are all these, like, portal things? I can see. Oh, they went through that window. They went through the other. Dead maid here. Huge Symphony of the Night. Oh, I don't know what that is. God damn. Symphony of the Night is like a JRPG. RPG. Never heard of it. Oh, Darwin's Paradox. It's a bit of like a... Definitely like not like a, you know, a Crimson Desert game. I don't expect it to be doing like major numbers and like social stuff. But I think it's like a really nice old school like platformer. Real bird meat, I will be eating that. Oh, more grilled bird meat? Hell yeah. Any more grilled bird meat? Battered grains? Okay. They went around here. They went through here and around there. Okay. Balance Paradox looks really fun. I'm also kind of looking forward to a game called Tides of Tomorrow, which seems really ambitious in terms of what it's trying to do. Get my shield up. One major problem with combat, which I saw someone say like, oh, I didn't use... Let me eat something. One major problem I have with the combat is the fact that, like, locking on in a group, you cannot switch. Like, if you're in Dark Souls, right, and you see two enemies coming at you, but one of them's like rushing you and the other one's like lumbering behind, you can swap who you're locked onto. Because the lock on's this game does not let you do that. So you can lock on to say one guy, and one guy comes at you from the left, and you are just close. Recipe for some battered grains. I've already got that. Let me eat some of these battered grains, man. Have you ever... Oh, you can just see they're up there. Is that really how far away they are? Must be. Oh. Wait, why could I see a glinting thing up there then if they were literally here?
Greymates! 3 swords of legend! Go! Kill that masked bastard!
Please, calm yourself.
Yeah, I thought Naira was the second playable character. That would make sense. But again,
We've no time
he's not.
questions.
Well, as far as I know, Damian is.
I'm
But then
ordering
why
you to
is
kill him.
Damian the second character?
Bring
She
me
literally
his
doesn't
corpse.
speak and just
Listen,
shows up and it's
Count,
like, oh yeah,
we've
now
come
she's
to
a playable
offer
character.
protection,
Why is
not
that thing?
murder.
The third playable character, Unkka, he's like an orc guy that is part of the Greymates. It's those little things of like the narrative. It's like, why isn't Naira the girl who looks exactly like Damian, the girl who's the second playable character? Oh no! Andrew's dead.
Why so fearful, my dear Count? You look as if you've seen a ghost. Or is it perhaps guilt that makes you tremble so? Please! You are my own flesh and blood! Pathetic! But such sniveling suits you perfectly. Oh, my son!
You monster, I'll kill you!
You begged for death when I'd have given it in time. All who side with that demon must be purged! Naira!
Cliff with his hat coming in clutch.
Well, well, another meddler. One after another, these interruptions never cease. I'll take my leave for now. But I'll be back to claim your lives.
Naira, what the hell's going on?
We came to escort the Count.
My question's exactly that.
Then that bastard appeared and killed everyone. Andrew was... Andrew! He's still breathing.
Oh, he's fine.
You stay here.
I thought he was dead.
I'll deal with him.
Like dead on the floor, and he's like, oh,
You two
actually,
head to
oh,
Helena.
mate.
Marius should be waiting.
Oh, that was fine then. I'll tell you what, we'll do this first, because even though it's nearly time to wrap up the stream, I feel like it would be weird if we did, like, oh my god, look at this! Look at this! In terms of the, what to call it? Look at that landscape down there. Oh my, hello. Wow, okay. In there a bit. Honey tea. Woo! What's honey tea give me? Oh, and then there's the boss.
Do you despise me so deeply? You mean to strike me down? Read me pen, but they do not break. Go on! Scream louder! Better flee now! It's your only chance! I will show you what true is.
Alright, let me eat some of these battered grains.
Are you? Can stay in the rut. I've no time for amusement.
Oh my gosh. Right, I'm gonna need some more battered grains. I know there's some more up there. But I think we should try and get some food in us. The thing is, this game took a very long time to make. Like, you know, a lot of people wanted this one to be the Game of the Year contender. Some people, like, if they can meet the expectations, they could beat GTA or whatever, right? And it's like, that is very ambitious for the studio. And yeah, I completely agree that they will do a much better job, but also they've gone so big and so large for this game scale. So just like, well, what do you do next if you're pro this, you know? Like, you can't really just, oh my god, do I have to take down this thing? this one's just going to keep spawning more dudes then, isn't it? No, I don't know, is like running up the best idea? It feels like it must be in some capacity, because otherwise these spawners just keep spawning dudes. And as far as I can tell, I can't take them out of the ground without everyone attacking me.
Your blood and bones will feed the reeds.
Jesus, that damage, bro.
Pity that my mask hides the grenade. Go on, scream louder. Read me, pen. They can break.
Pretty sure the green break.
And you wish to see the face behind this mask? Do you despise me so
How did I take so much damage just then?
deeply? You lack the skill to cross blades with me.
Yeah, so I now run across here. I genuinely don't know if there's a better way to do this. If I die, I'm just giving up. There's got to be... There's so many of these enemies. There's no way that you're meant to just not run through, right? Oh my god! What the hell is shooting me for that much damage? Right, let's have our last fish. And I think this is going to be the boss arena, so hopefully all these enemies will despawn and I can just face them one-on-one. Yeah, it seems like everyone's despawned. I'm out of food. Pretty much. So we'll give this a go. If we die, we die. Oh, sugar. Unless that was the end of the mission. At which point I'll say, yeah, let's move on. No, here he is. Yeah, I guess this must be a separate mission so that then it can be like, hey, start the mission, rather than make you restart the start of the
Sense his presence.
Devil of the Reed Fields, I have come to claim your head.
Skip through this bit, fast forward it a bit.
Take some. Well, you're certainly not the first to try. My own mother and father made the first attempt. That lech fucked his way across the countryside in hopes of an heir. And I was all he had to show for it.
I didn't think well. This game like moves on so quickly.
Yet
from,
when
like,
the plague
villains to villains to
overtook
villains,
me in
you
my
never really get a
youth,
focus on like some of them have interesting
my
setups. Like this guy, for
father
example,
saw me unfit for
interesting.
his noble name. Do you see me what I truly am? Alas, even if you did, it would make no difference. This is where your life ends.
What have I got that gives me health? Because I don't want to use. I'll just use my bowls of stew. Harry be nothing no more. That is a pathetic amount of damage for a finisher, I have to say. Lots of health drop. I've already got that skill, mate. There's the anime slash. Just need to get this carry on. Gonna run out of food. Come on, man. If I parry him, please don't then. Oh my god. Why is this guy the most annoying guy of all time now? He makes his health bar of history. Oh my god. I'm gonna die. You are kidding me, bro.
His words still hang
Oh
like
my
a noose
God.
upon me.
I bet there's a second phase as well because his health bar was glitched. But like, that was so...
How can such a
Why was,
creature claim
why
to
was
bear
it
my
so
noble
annoying
blood?
about the last bit of health? Oh my god, I'm so...
You are not even alive. Shuffle off this mortal coil and honor our family with your death.
I reckon I'll learn a new technique or something.
Resorting to cheap tricks.
Destroy totems. Okay, so the totems are what? Oh, so it did just need like a bit of beating. Right, okay. We've got an instant revive that I'm going to try and use. Yeah, we've got 5 of those. I reckon I'm going to get absolutely...
You'll die by my
Unless this is, hopefully this is the end. It's like, otherwise, never mind.
Have you ever felt the need for a scarecrow's protection?
Alright, I'll use another thingy, but if I die again, then I'm done. And I'll go off. Let me, as well, I'll try and heal up with, I believe that's 30. What does this give me? Plus 40? Is there anything that gives me more health? Toasted grains. Yeah, we can have some toasted grains. And then we'll have some more toasted grains.
Sunk its
Oh,
claws
come
into you.
on, Graham.
And utterly alone.
Brother, this is...
You never look to hide yourself behind a mask.
The thing about this is that unlike an Elden Ring boss fight where you go, well, I can just restart and go back to it. It's like, I just don't, you know what I mean? Like, I'll have to cook all that food again, then come all the way back here, then, which is like right freaking now, or Ash's attempts are just putting through me. I tell you what, we'll use one more. We'll use one more because we've got 2 left, and then we can have at least 1 to instant revive on. Let's have ourselves some toasted grains. Bro, I was locked onto him. I should have. Oh, come on. Anyone who did this boss first time, kill yourself. You know, like, it's just the literal, the lack of, like, being able to hit him, I think. Yeah, the boss fight was fun for the first phase. The second phase was also fun. But the fact that this guy's a 3-phaser, it's like, oh, so I should bring like 12, million soups really to have a chance. So I don't find like certain aspects, like as you saw before, right? How quickly and how well was I monstering all of those like normal enemies versus any of the guys that we see in the rest of this, versus that boss. Quite easily. So the boss leap is quite strong, and that's it. That you could argue that's a get-good thing. That was also my first time fighting that boss. However, again, if you're going to be that hard with your bosses, making it such a slog to like get ready for them and get back to them, it's not the way I think to go about it. At least in my opinion. But anyway, that was Crimson Desert. I can't wait for everyone to dig into this game, to go through the hours, to see what they find, what they like, what they dislike about the game, and I will save the game. Maybe I'll come back to it one day. I don't think I will though. I think for me, it's not my type of game. It's a very... The thing is, as I say, the exploration and the adventuring is such a nice switch your brain off, look at the lovely graphics thing, and then you go to the boss fights and you're suddenly like, oh my god, it's Elden Ring again. It's a Souls-like. So it's a real juxtaposition of itself at times because of what they put into the game, which is so much that it tries to be everything, and I don't know if it succeeds at one thing really, really well, but it does do a lot of stuff very well. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next week. I don't know what I'll be playing, because I don't think there's a lot of stuff that's coming out next week. However, stay safe, have a good weekend, happy Friday, and as I say, I'll see you next week. Thank you for joining, Mosswindu. Thanks for joining. It's rare that I have someone stick the whole way through, but you did. So, yeah, take care. I hope the game comes earlier than Monday, but if it does come on Monday, that you have a great time playing it. See you later, guys.